Well, Mickey, despite a real showing of fight on day 4, it was a game that was probably lost on the opening day. A frustrating defeat on home soil to Leicestershire. How would you sum up that one?
Yeah, exactly right. First innings. 4-day cricket's a game of first innings. You have to be on the money in your first innings. We started exceptionally well. They were 0 for 2, and then didn't bowl as well as we could have, if we're brutally honest, in the first innings. They probably got 150 too many in those conditions, and then we were always fighting the game.
Yeah, and of course it was a pitch that turned. What was the thinking behind that preparation? And then you probably didn't expect it to be your left arm opening bowler that stole the show with the ball.
No, exactly right. Well, we looked at conditions. We looked, as you always do, you analyse teams. We thought at this point that we probably could have had an edge in the spinning department. We thought that, one thing Leicester do very well is they play very well on wickets that seam around. And they've become a very tough, hard-nosed cricket team. So we looked at that and thought, okay, well, let's try and take them on something that turned. Rian Ahmed was outstanding this game. I think he had a wonderful game, and Leicester countered what we gave very well. But we were not good enough in our first innings, and that for me is the disappointment.
And was it really a situation in both first innings where the bowling perhaps wasn't good enough in the second and third session, in particular on day 1, but then there's a batting collapse on day 2 as well that just really puts you behind the 8 ball, even though you weren't asked to follow on?
Yeah, exactly that. You're always trying to play from behind, if you like, and ultimately pressure builds, and then it collapses. For me, I want us to play, and when we've played really well this year, we've played some great cricket. We've played it on the front foot, and that's how we've got to play our cricket. For me now, where we sit, we were second. We've probably drifted just off the table. It's all to play for in the next 4 games. Yeah. It's all to play for. I certainly don't want our season now just to fall off a cliff because we've picked up some injuries and our squad's stretched and whatever. Those excuses don't wash with me. We've got the talent and we've got the skill, and we've got to go to Northampton and start on the front foot rather than playing with pressure behind us. Yeah,
and we mentioned at the start of this interview a real show of defiance on day 4. We saw a few players really showing that fight. Nye Donald batting in a way that maybe we haven't seen before, got a very good ball to get him out, and then Alex Thompson at the end batting with a bit of an injury but managed to get a 50 and take it deep into the day.
Yeah, he did, and that showed that resilience and determination and fight that we've shown through the whole year. But I don't want us to be showing resilience fight. I want us to be playing and be the side that's dominating day 4, trying to win it. That's the mindset that we've got to have. So we've got to make sure we do that. Going forward in these last 4 games, because we've worked incredibly hard to get to where we have this season. I don't want to see us just be comfortable. That doesn't wash with me. We want to be competing properly deep in September to earn one of those promotion places.
Yeah, and that really starts next week against Northants. A big opportunity to remain in that fight before the start of the Metrobank One Day Cup, but also a venue that we didn't do so well at last year, and a chance to show improvement. Yeah,
definitely. They've got a very good leg spinner there. Yuvrendra Chahal from India, who's in conditions that are going to turn, which I think it might, is a very special bowler. So we've got to be better. We've got to play spin better. We've got to come up with methods in the next couple of days to make sure that when we get there, that we are 100% ready to go in terms of our method. And if our method's right, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I know you mentioned Alex Thompson picked up a bit of a knock. First of all, where is he at? And also Martin Anderson and Anush Dahl, we've seen around the ground today. Are they expected to be back in the next week or so?
Yeah, well, Martin's going to play on Sunday, and we'll have a look as to where he is after that game. The key for us is he's got to be bowling a little bit as well. He's got a spasm in his back, which hasn't eased off. Anuj is back in training. he's probably still a while away, probably back end of the Metro Bank 50 overs. And then obviously Tomo broke a finger today, so which is disappointing.
Yeah. And lastly, it was announced this week that Amrit Basra and Rory Hayden have been signed for the One Day Cup. Just explain to me the thinking behind bringing them in, and what will they bring to the team?
Yeah, we just want to have a look. We always want to create depth within our squad, and it's an opportunity for us now to have a look at some younger players. It's an opportunity for them to show us what they've got in that. You know, can they potentially push some of the players in our squad for a contract? So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they go. You know, so yeah, can't wait to watch them play. Then they'll both be playing on Sunday.